Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to finally kill Hitler. Thank you for tagging along with us, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It's been a month, I think, but we're gonna get it done tonight. We have to drag people kicking and screaming to the finish line. Hitler is gonna die tonight. And I'm gonna throw it over to our lovely cast here, starting with, who is first on my list? Dan.
Oh God, what do I need to say? We haven't done this in a while.
It's been so long. Yeah, it's name, pronouns, and
how to do this.
Who's your Blorbo? Yeah.
Who is my Blorbo? Oh God. Right. I'm Dan Vixel. They them. I'm playing Irina, the posh Russian sniper. She her. Anything else?
No, you're good. Next, I'm going to throw it over to Bad House's own Josephine.
Hello, I'm Josephine at Scary Dog Friend, and I'll be playing Chuck, who uses it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter what a person's name is. Chuck is what they're an undead person. And I'm an American citizen. Amen. God bless. I'll pass it over to Cosgrave.
Hi, hello everybody. My name is Angie, they them pronouns, and I will be playing Cosgrave, they them pronouns as well, just because I'm playing them.
And up next is...
Hi, what's going on? I'm Liz, and I'm going to throw a fit. I'm playing Ingrid tonight, she, they pronouns. Let's kill Hitler.
Let's fucking go. And last but not least, we have Vin.
Oh my gosh, hi! I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on all the socials. It's at Bluesky, that's VinVox.com. That is also my website. And tonight I'll be playing Ready to Kill Hitler.
Let's fucking go. All right, we're going to jump right into it. So we see our scene open today with the gang all standing on a rooftop in the city of Paris. The city behind them is in flames, partially from the airstrikes that have been coming through, partially from the trail of havoc and fire and bloodshed and hundreds of dead Nazis that these vampires have left in their wake. And as it cuts over to them, we see that several blocks away from the building they are standing on top of, they are all looking at the Eiffel Tower. And suspended above the Eiffel Tower, kind of tethered to the top of it, hovering in place, is the Führer Zeppelin, which your intelligence has let you know is where Hitler is currently and is preparing tonight to broadcast to the world what he says is going to be the unveiling of the weapon that is going to win the war for the Nazis. You are now in position to make your final approach to the Eiffel Tower. There are two possible routes you can take. One of them cuts through the ammunition and weapons depot. There is a holdout with several... there's a weapons cache and also several vehicles that you can to approach the Eiffel Tower with. There is also, on one route, the Nazi Pleasure Garden, where you can see from a distance there is kind of a swanky party of a lot of high-up Nazi officers who are completely disregarding the airstrike that is happening because they think that they are untouchable at this point, and they're probably having some kind of eyes wide shut party going on there. So there are both of those routes or both of those places are along the way to the Eiffel Tower, depending on which route you take. So it is time for you to decide which way that you want to get to the tower.
The way I see it, we either arm us some, or we get to humiliate a couple of schmucks along the way.
Don't know about you, but I'm always strapped enough. I think I'm game for ruining some more Nazi nights.
Could be very funny.
Mind
No justice, no
having...
peace.
I wouldn't mind having a little bit more firepower, but I will concede with the group.
And Flint?
Flint?
I think that means that we go through the pleasure guard.
Love it, love it. All right. We also hear a neigh from the horse that Chuck is sitting on the back of, Napoleon's undead horse.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot. I've been riding on this horse and I forgot.
And all of you then set out towards the Nazi pleasure gardens. As you approach, you can see that it is kind of like this like 3-story building that kind of like is in a U shape, and in the middle of these 2 wings of the building is this garden with all of these fountains and shrubberies that are kind of cut into different shapes, and you see there are several like carousing officers and whatnot that are moving through the gardens. And from a distance, you can see this setup, and you can also see that walking the rooftops of this the building surrounding the gardens is a team of snipers that are keeping an eye out, as the reports of the vampires that are terrorizing Paris have already spread throughout the ranks of the Nazis. So, I am going to say that your objective we gotta get a page for it. Your objective
Ooh.
is to blitzkrieg the garden party.
Let's go. Blitzkrieg Bop.
If I didn't think we would get a DMC, but absolutely.
Everyone just imagine it in your heads.
Yeah.
You all know what the Ramones sound like, right? Picture that.
Yeah, perfect.
Be there reminded.
All right, and Nicole, looking over everything, looks at all of you and says, "I think I can take care of the snipers. Does anyone have any objections?"
I was saying, I think that's the perfect position for you, Nicole.
I don't think I want you determining any position that I take.
Well, that's fair.
Come on, I'll go with you. This seems like fun.
I think I can. I think that Ingrid and I can handle it. I don't think.
Oh, well, I'm sure you and Ingrid can handle it. I'm sure that exactly, Flint.
Irina reaches over and just puts her hand across Chuck's mouth. Yes, of course, absolutely. We'll stay down here and you just give us a signal when it is good to go. Yes? Shut the fuck up. You're yes, good to go?
That's okay. I didn't mean to.
No. You're good.
Oh, I was talking to Ingrid. That is important.
No, I think you can decide my position. That's it. I mean, sure, yes. No, I think that's probably wisest in terms of strategy.
Good. So it's settled then. Ingrid is on top.
Flint!
Oh.
All right. The rest of us will show this fucking garden party a real donkey show.
Let's go. The group of bottoms. Lest.
All right. And we cut to the carousing officers that are kind of like moving through this garden party, and our vantage point, like it kind of like hits the wall and like moves rapidly up the wall, and then we see on the other side of the wall that Ingrid and Nicole are kind of like, or Nicole is kind of like using a rappelling line to kind of climb the side of the building. How is Ingrid making her way up the side of the building?
Ingrid has, I think, gone full beast mode at this point. Claws are out and is using long toes, long nails to just scale this wall, and occasionally looks back down behind her to see if Nicole's okay keeping up or needs assistance.
She's okay. You look back down, and her eyes quickly dart away from looking at your ass, and she is then like continuing her way up. Says, "Oh, we're almost there now."
Like loses the hook in the next footing. And scrambles to
and
get up top.
She like holds her hand out to try and catch you in case you fall.
No, I'm good. Thanks. Kind of scrambles.
And you hear, as you kind of scramble, you hear from the top, "Good heavens, what was that?" So you have possibly alerted some of the snipers to your location. What are you going to do about these snipers that are on the top of the roof?
Ingrid's gonna get kind of low and hushing back down again off from the hair on her arms. You see those tattoos kind of rise up again, and those spirit fetters that looked a bit, I guess, dog-like last time have now taken on a more serpent form, and they're going to sort of coil around the ankles of these Nazis and crawl up and up and up.
That's fuck. All right, so looking at which stat do you think?
I want to say sneak.
All right, cool. You have 2 dice in sneak. You're summoning your spirit fetters, and this is your last use of that, but that does mean that you get an additional. So that means that it's 5 dice from that, and then 2 from sneak. 7 dice.
Rad. I'm looking at 2 4s, 1 5, 1 6.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Sniper. Six. Dang. How many successes? What did you say you got?
2 4s, 1 5, 1 6.
All right. So that means negate. They have 5 successes coming.
Oh fuck.
Could negate all except for 1, or you could negate less and deal some damage.
Let's do that. I'll deal some damage.
All right. So if you negate all except for 2, then you'll be effectively the same as 1, and you'll be able to like actually deal with the sniper team too.
Cool.
So I think what happens is you are like clinging on the side, and they peer over, and these snakes come up the side, and as one of them like tries to lever their rifle at you, the snake like wraps around it and it moves, but it clips you in the shoulder. But that gives you enough time to like then like climb up the side as you like land, and we see this snake is like slithering over this Nazi and is like biting him, and he screams, and his mouth opens, the snake like crawls down his throat, and he begins to asphyxiate, and then the other snakes are like, "Good God, man, what happened to you?" But you are going to need to roll a d6 for me for that injury.
Cool. 3.
All right, so it looks like, yeah, so actually kind of like clipped you in the side of the head, and so you've got like a bit of a wound on the side of your head, but you kind of shake it off. Luckily, being undead already, you are a lot more tough than the average person. But Nicole also vaults over the side, and as she rolls, she levels up a grenade launcher and fires it on the other side of the building. And she gets her use of that to roll 5 as well. She only got 2 successes, so depending on what as might actually use her flash. They only got 3 successes, so I am gonna have her use. I think that Nicole was at one point, Nicole was at one point on a mission with Irina, and their mission was somewhere in the Arctic, blowing up an blowing up a secret Nazi science facility. Nicole was kind of doing the sniper thing, or I think because Irina's the sniper, right? So maybe Irina was doing the sniper thing, but they're communicating through through comms. And as we found out last time, I feel like Irina this whole time has been trying to play matchmaker between Ingrid and Nicole. So what does that conversation look like as Irina is spotting Nicole as she's doing reconnaissance through this building?
I think like Irene is doing the spotting this time around, so Nicole's on sights.
Yes.
She's just like sitting there smoking, and she's just like looking at her, and she's like, "You going to like take forever, or you know?"
Well, we have to make sure that we line up a good shot.
Oh no! I mean, you're fine here, dear. I know this. No. She like trips over herself like every time she talks about you.
Oh, you're talking. Oh,
You do know. I knew it.
What are you talking about?
I didn't have to say her name, and you knew. That means you know.
It hasn't been so. You know,
I mean, sure, by like undead, numbers and shit like that. But like, come on.
I'm living this life as a vampire because I was granted it by the woman that I once loved, who is now dead. It's not an easy thing to move on from.
Are they a vampire?
They were, before fascist scum killed them.
And they're dead now, yes?
Yes.
Not to sound insensitive, because I do get it. But you don't stay dead forever. In the sense that, like, we are dead, not like the dead that she is dead. I'm fucking this up. How do I put these better? You've got one unlife to live. Make the most of it.
See.
And also, if you don't do something, you're still going to have to deal with Chuck being fucking Chuck like every chance you get. And I don't even want to be a party to that. So if you could do this, not for yourself, but maybe for the rest of us.
And I think she goes, I'll give it some, takes this guy out. I'll give it some thought. And we cut back to the present where she rolls on to, I'm going to roll my additional 2 dice. No more successes there. Oh shit, this actually kind of works better for the narrative, actually. I think that she rolls on and she fires the grenade launcher, and I'm gonna have her put both of those successes towards dealing with the rest of the threat, which between her 2 and Ingrid's 1 brings the sniper team down to 0. But that also means that the 3 successes coming her way are unblocked. So I think she rolls onto the roof and she fires the grenade launcher. And there is a moment where she looks at Ingrid and she says, "Ingrid, there's something you have to," and her eyes get big and she falls backwards. But as she's falling, I think in slow motion, she pulls out a pistol, and fires it as she's falling backwards, and the bullet in slow motion goes and hits the last sniper in between the eyes and takes him out. But she is down.
I think Ingrid watches her fall and instinctively turns and just goes and throttles that last Nazi shot in head. Doesn't matter, just goes and throttles him.
Yeah. So he goes down. I think that actually she doesn't get him in the head. She wounds him, and he's on the ground. He's about to stand up, and Ingrid, you jump on him and are just choking him to death, and we see the life drain from his eyes. And now, because of the explosion from the grenade launcher, the entire party downstairs is kind of in shock and disarray, and everyone's looking around like, what the world is going on here? So the rest of you who have been charged with blitzkrieging the garden party, what is your grand entry look like?
I think Irina is going to pull out her last cigarette taken from the pockets of hangmen, and just kind of like casually put it in her mouth, and that gets a double use, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that takes me up to 7 blood. And walking into this like beautiful garden, she is going to just like throw her hands up like she's entering a party. And her, like, rifle is just, like, sort of... She's holding it in one hand, like, it's just very light and casual, even though it's a giant-ass fuck you sniper rifle. And she's just like, good evening, fucking Nazis! Would you like to line up to die, or do you want us to chase after you? And I'm going to spend 1 blood point to do Dark Glamour.
Amazing.
So they are all, spend 1 blood. Those nearby are mesmerized by your unearthly visage, plus for beautiful surroundings.
Hell yeah. All will love me and despair!
So I think that's a Terrify roll.
Raw. Anyway, yeah.
That's gonna
I
follow
thought we
Edgy
were
forever.
playing Eat the Reich, not Monster Hearts, you freaks.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
B6s,
It's always
I
monster
guess.
fucker season. So
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. Let me get up these carousing officers.
that's 3 Terrify plus 1 for Dark Glamour plus 1 for beautiful surroundings, so 5 die.
That tracks.
Okay.
That's against their attack of 3.
Whoa. 66511, so that's...
God damn!
Is that a crit? I can't remember.
Yeah, the 6s are both crits. So
Okay.
they have 2 successes. You can cancel both of those out with one of your crits, and then
Yeah.
you have your 1 more crit and 1 more success to allocate either towards killing some officers, or towards blitzkrieging the garden party, or towards activating a critical ability, or towards getting blood.
A critical ability, you say?
Yes. So for you, that would be. Let's see. Special, yeah. So you could use your. Wait, you're not using a ranged weapon, so
I'm not,
couldn't
not
use
this
that.
time.
However, if you did pick Enervation of the Soul as one of your advances, which you'll have 2, you can pick 2 advances at this point.
I've already got my 2 advances in.
Okay, and also there isn't an Uber. So there actually is not a special you can activate. So it's but.
Okay. Then we're gonna spend the crit towards the Blitzkrieg
All right.
and the 1 towards killing Nazis. But
like
I think I think the way she's gonna do it is she's just gonna like if nobody reacts, she's just gonna like wait a moment. And she's like, all right, well, I gave you a fucking chance, and she's gonna grab the nearest one, like by like the shoulder, and like sink her nails into their shoulder and just pull them close and just chomp into their neck and bleed them.
Amazing. Yeah, I think with the like the dark glamour happening, I think you bleed them and we see like their face like rapidly age, like Dorian Gray from LXG, like just completely like age into nothing, and it restores like even more so some of your youth and beauty. And
How much blood do I add for that?
so if you can either use it to, if you want to put 1 towards marking blood, you can mark, or you can gain 1 blood instead of reducing the threat.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to gain the blood.
Oh, cool.
So I have 7 again.
Love it, love it. All right. And what is Chuck doing?
Just right after the most beautiful, like, magical Carmilla introduction from Arena if possible. Just like tearing up bushes and like the horse is even like falling on itself almost and like almost rolling its angles as I just like try and drive it like a car into like a huge table. I'm just like start shooting Betsy and Maria like off into the air. Yahoo! And I would like to specifically grab what looks to be like an important looking man, just like whichever one's like the biggest, fattest looking one. And I just want to like grab him up just so that I can make a huge show of biting into him. And just making like a huge greedy cannibalistic show of just like whichever one of y'all got invited, hopefully it's this motherfucker and he's dying, and I'm just like, you know, taking a huge chunk that it doesn't even like fully rip the head off. There's still a little bit just like lobbing off.
All right. Sounds like you're using Brawl. Unless you want to make a case for something else. So that's
No. We got 2 successes, none crit.
all right. They got 1
You got a
success. So you can either take the 2 successes. Well, crits. I don't get crits. Just normal Nazis don't get crits. So that's just a normal
Worse.
success.
Excellent.
So you can negate that with one of yours and then still have 1 left over. Or if you'd like, you can use your flashback since you only got 2 or less successes if you want to try and roll 2 more dice.
I'd love to roll 2 more dice.
All right. Well, first let me have you roll 2 more d6.
Whoops. How do I... Just, well, let me redo this because I rolled 2 too many. And then, what? Okay, cool. There we go. So, 1 crit.
All right. We get a flashback of Chuck rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm. Who was there with him?
Flint.
I do love the Chuck Flint team up. It's
The
always a
most
classic.
terrifying people to save anybody.
It's a living.
It's a living.
All right. What nearly killed Flint on this mission, and how did you save them from?
It has to be landmines that we just forgot about. Just absolutely, because Flint can fly sometimes and I can't, and I just don't think about it because, I'm still alive and not technicality, but like if you blow your fucking undead leg off, it's still gonna take a long time for that to come back, or like come back in a different way before I can take somebody else's leg, of course, and sort of Frankenstein and big perfect body, But I think you said the way that it almost like takes Flint's life. I don't know, maybe Flint and I had like an almost romantic moment of where like I jumped on top of the landmine instead of Flint, and it's just like in my mind there's a hilarious like very squishy line art of Flint just being like, huh? Like, and then a landmine is just like right under him or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'm like, Flint! And then I get out of the way and I explode. But what's left is just my like thumbs up on my disembodied like limb that was exploded, and we saved the POWs.
Amazing. And I think we see like in the flashback like Flint like gathering all of your body parts and putting them all back, like kind of like putting them all back together.
Flint.
Fucking Chewbacca and C-3PO style.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you got carried out of there in like a net bag on Flint's back. Perfect. Yeah, I love that.
It's like this.
I love you, Flint. What?
Flint.
And that memory, you cherished it so much that you kept the net bag. And I think that we see you reach into your satchel, pull out the net bag, which is now attached to a lasso, and you throw it over your head and you use it to lasso one of these guys, and you catch him in the net bag and like pull him up and basically string him up, and you're cutting him up like he's a piñata. You're like just taking shots at him, and all of this stuff is spilling out. And so you have, so after blocking their one success, you still have a success and a crit that you can allocate however you want.
What happens when I allocate the crit to the objective? Is that 2?
That
or
is 2. Yeah, that's 2 instead of 1.
We'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll take 1 blood.
All right, sounds good.
That's me.
All right, Cosgrave, what does your grand entrance look like?
So, I have an enormous knife.
Amazing.
I like to think that it's serrated.
Shiver with Antissa.
Yes. Haitian. Sorry. I think the moment that like we all break in, and the introductions are made that we are here to fuck shit up, Crossgrave is gonna take out this knife and essentially plunge it to the back of whichever Nazi is running away to skewer them and pull them over to Crossgrave so that they can take a juicy bite. I need to get some blood in me, so that's my focus. So the knife has a +1, and then I don't know what else I could use for that. Is that like a brawl? I think it probably
Yeah,
is.
it's definitely, I would say, brawl. So you got 2 from brawl and then 1 from the enormous knife. I think we can add 2 from the enormous knife because we'll add never saw you coming. I think I like the idea of like this one Nazi is like backing up, firing wildly, backing up towards a waterfall, and we kind of see Cosgrave like coming out through the waterfall with the knife behind this guy. And so that's gonna be 4 dice.
Shish kebab. Okay. 2 6s, a 4, and a 1. So 2 crits.
Nice. They got 1 success, and you can negate that with your 4 if you want, and then you'll have the 2 crits to spend however you want.
Beautiful. I'm gonna spend for blood.
That'll give you 2 blood since you.
Yes. So 2 bloods. Ooh, great. And then my second crit, can I actually use it to heal any injuries? I have 2 injuries right now.
You can use the blood to heal injuries. So you can, if you spend 2 blood, so you spend the 2 that you just got, and you can heal an injury, and then you'll still have that other crit that you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1 blood to heal an injury, and then the second crit I'm gonna use to advance our goal.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think
Just takes a big juicy bite out of the neck of this Nazi.
You take a big juicy bite standing in like the pool of the waterfall, and you like chuck his dead carcass backwards, which then like as it hits the waterfall, like all of his blood starts to fill up the pool, and then like he's standing on top of the actual like nozzle, because it's like one of those like fountain things, and it basically just begins to spray like bloody water into the entire crowd as they're all running and screaming.
Yeah, and Cosgrove looks so sexy standing under the red waterfall.
Yeah, it's just like raining blood on you, and it's like, hell
Slow
yeah.
motion. Okay, I'm fine. I'm good.
Incredible.
That's
Not the
it for me.
flash sand shot, but with blood, and it's Cosgrove. Incredible. Yeah, so many good pulls. So Flint, what does your entrance look like?
So I think this was the first time Flint had rubbed like both of its brain cells together, and what you see with all like the gore and fantastic of all that, you see like Flint in a chef's outfit and like a comedically curled mustache and a mysterious lump as he's pushing a cart. And then he realizes nobody's sneaking in like him, and he just uses it like a bowling ball for the crowd.
Incredible. It's so good. It pushes this cart. So, at first it looked like Steak, but now it looks like you could be pushing into Brawl, since you're just kind of like flinging this big cart at him. So yeah, you got 4 in Brawl.
Oh. Yeah,
3 successes.
5.
They got 2 successes. So you can either cancel both of the successes and then have 1 to spend, or you can have more than 1 to spend if you want to take some.
I'll cancel those 2 out and then use that 1 for the objective.
Yeah, so I think that you like just push this this cart forward, and it like knocks a bunch of people over, but then it like hits the back wall, and we just hear ding, because of course it had a bomb in it, and it just explodes, and we see like all of the windows shatter on this building. As like the whole place is going up in smoke and flames, and then fire extinguishers go off, but the fire extinguishers are actually spraying blood on everybody because the water's contaminated. And, then we're gonna throw it back to Ingrid. You are overlooking all of this from the roof. You can certainly join in blitzkrieging the garden party, or you try and use your action to try and heal or get Nicole up.
Yeah, I think after Ingrid throttles this last guy, if I can try and turn heel, and immediately go after Nicole, I'm gonna dive after off the building.
All right. Yeah. So you like go to you run back across the building, and you get to Nicole. You can spend 2 blood in order to revive her.
Would love to do that.
All right. So I think that you kind of like bite your wrist and kind of feed her a little bit, and she like starts to drink, and she like looks around and looks at you, and she says, "You okay?"
I'm okay. Are you okay, Eska?
I'm fine.
I mean, Nicole.
There's
You're fine.
There's something. Well, Irina said, there's something. Can I just kiss you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just like grabs you and pulls you in and kisses you.
Kisses her right back.
Yeah.
Big and bloodied. And
yeah, it's just
leans
blood
into it.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
And she's like, okay, we should probably help them. And
yeah, they've blown the windows out. We should go.
yeah. More later though. And she like jumps off the building and like begins to rappel and sprays machine gun fire everywhere.
Ingrid on all 4s bounds down the side and joins in.
Amazing. Since you just did that by spending 2 blood, I'll give you an action towards blitzkrieging or towards eliminating the threat.
Yeah, I think as I come down, I'm gonna grab one of the spears kind of off my back and plunge down to kind of steady myself into one of the party goers below.
All right. So that is going to be a brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get an extra for using your spear. So you got 3 plus 1. It's 4.
1516.
They got 2 successes, which you can cancel out with your 6 and spend that last one, unless you'd like to get pushed more towards.
I'll go ahead and take that last one out.
All right.
So I'll come down, swing in, land, and try and skewer him.
Came out swinging. South Philly basement. And yeah, you come straight down on this guy and skewer him. And then like the doors the double doors swing open, and you see that there is like this like really posh Nazi general who like comes out, and he's like trying to quickly put his jacket on, because he just came from the Eyes Wide Shut party that was happening, and he begins to look around and he's like, what the hell's going on here? And sees all of the vampires just wreaking havoc, and like goes to reach for a Luger, realizes that his belt is around his knees and is fumbling with it a little bit. What is Chuck doing?
Okay, how much do we have towards the objective?
5, so you need, I think 3. Yeah, 3 more.
3 more. Okay, let's just keep fucking it up. Are there cars?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's like a big parking lot with all of the like Nazi officers' cars outside, and you begin to look, and you're like, it's all like gross Nazi shit. But then like at the very end of the line, there is a Ford Mustang that is like at the very end that looks like it was confiscated from America, apparently.
That's not just a Ford Mustang. That's my Ford Mustang now.
Did Ford Mustangs exist in the 40s? I don't know.
Don't matter.
Vampires didn't exist in the 40s, so
don't matter.
Fuck it.
I will mark the blood that I just took, and I'm gonna hawk up a big ol' loogie and do my acid spit against metal. So I get 2 bonuses versus metal towards the cars.
Hell yeah.
Besides a Ford Mustang, of course.
Amazing. So yeah, you can destroy any hopes of anybody getting away in their cars. It sounds like you could
shoot.
You could do shoot. I would say fix could also work, because you are kind of like altering like their ability to work. You're reverse fixing, so it can be used for demolition.
Okay, when it comes, so I have something also called elbow grease. Am I only able to do, this is an advance, am I only able to do technically one ability at the same time? Or if it makes sense to carry over, the thing with elbow grease,
yeah.
when I roll up my sleeves and take on an objective single-handedly using fix, I can reduce the objective's rating by 4.
So you can do that if you roll a 6. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you roll a 6 on this roll, you'll be able to use that.
Fuck yes. Let's see. Let's just fucking. Let's wrap it up. I want that Ford Mustang. All right. Hang on. Let's see. Fix. 2 6s.
Amazing. They did get 1 success. So you can either block it with one of those 6s and then fucking wrap the whole thing up with that other 6.
Of course. Yes. Let's do that.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. Yeah, you see everybody is beginning to like run towards the cars, as you like you begin to like hawk, like you're gonna like basically do like a 1 spit, but it actually comes out just like full on Exorcist like projectile vomit, and you just spray it on all of them, and all of these cars just completely dissolve to like be completely useless, and then they like turn around and they're like, we have nowhere to go, and Nicole like lands in front of all of them and just like sprays and strafes and mows them all down. You can also add to your inventory 3 uses of prototype Ford Mustang, and it has +2 for full speed ahead.
Excellent.
So you have successfully blitzkrieged the garden party. Before you move on, if you would like to try and basically loot the room and see if there is anything here that is of use to take into your final confrontation, you can absolutely do that. And this is a very yes and moment. So whatever you can think of to look for, let me know.
Irina would like to go looking for fresh cigarettes. Even if they don't, even if they are not the type that give me back to blood, Irina needs her fix.
All right. Yeah, you You find that there is one officer who has like expensive French cigarettes in his pocket. So you can put down expensive French cigarettes. You have 3 uses of those, and
Yoink.
it is +1 for. We're gonna say +1 for or plus die for back trail.
Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Plus die for back trail?
Mm-hmm.
What is back trail?
So if you try and use that to ignite a back trail of gasoline or oil or something like that.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Okay.
Goodbye, Napoleon horse. You
Uh,
served your duty.
We see like you like set it free and it begins to like gallop off in slow motion, and you're standing there in salute, and it is galloping slowly, and it rides off into the sunset.
So beautiful.
What is Cosgrave?
Cosgrave is looking for anything weirdly magic-y. You know, the Nazis are always fucking around with the cult shit. So I think Cosgrave's just kind of like looking for any hexy related stuff.
You go into the building and you can find the remnants of where the Eyes Wide Shut party was happening. You see like robes and masks and stuff lying around. And you see that like there is like a dais, and up on top of it there is a small wooden box. And as you open it, you see that inside there are 2 severed thumbs. And you see that there is like an inscription that of course you can read because you can read Latin. And it says the left thumb of Christ. And what you know from like your studies is that one of the ancient Catholic artifacts was the left thumb of Christ. But at some point, somebody broke into the Vatican in the middle of the night and did not steal it, but put another thumb in there. And they couldn't tell which one was the actual left thumb of Christ, so they had to keep both of them. So you can put 2 uses of the left thumb of Christ. And you can put 1+ for the actual left thumb of Christ.
Holy fuck. Do I know what the left thumb of Christ does? Or was it just like it's just like a souvenir?
Cosgrave knows exactly what it does, and we're all gonna find out what it does later.
Thumbs up, guys. If you eat it, you get a demon. I've seen this anime.
This game's bananas.
The demon is Jesus.
Yeah, Jujutsu Christen.
Stop!
I thought Jesus was a Joestar. This is apparently canon, by the way. Someone had to tell me that
Jesus is a Joestar.
He's a Joestar.
Jujutsu Christ.
Well, you know who else had a bizarre adventure?
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Not with the youth pastor energy. Incredible.
And what if I told you Jesus had a blue sky?
With his father up in heaven.
So, remind me again. So I have 2 uses of the left thumb of Christ.
Right.
But one of them is +4. Or
You know what? Because it would be really funny, I'm gonna give you +4 when you use the actual left thumb of Christ. The other one, you still get a +4. You still get 1+ when you use it. But
got it.
yeah.
How do you add things? How do
Left
you
thumb
add like
is
those
it?
items? I'm crazy. Ignore me. I'm gonna figure this out. Are you waiting on me? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I was. I also zoned out for a second because I was looking at the chat. That's my bad. What is Flint looking for?
What is it not looking for, actually? The complexities that is Flint. He's looting bodies. What are you talking about? Bullets, wallets, extra guns.
I can just tell you what you find. Let me see. I think I have a list of random loot somewhere. In here some.
Don't worry, I'll just.
All right. You find that near the cars, near where the cars were, there is actually like a giant can of gasoline. So if you would like to take that with you,
A little treat.
you can take
Is this a sweet treat?
2 uses of gasoline, and you can mark 1 use for ingested, or mark an extra plus for ingested.
Hell yeah, alright. Bottoms up.
What is Ingrid?
Ingrid's looking through their illicit substances to take back to my little apothecary back home when this is all done and through. I want their poppers, I want their nitrates, I want everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, you find also in the Eyes Wide Shut room that they have. Yeah, you can mark 2 uses of Amsterdam opiates.
Nice.
And we're gonna say it is an extra plus for just chill out, dude.
Chill the fuck out. Gone are the days of prescribing hard drugs for just mellowing out.
Amazing. Did everybody get something? Right, onward. As you are leaving the On Fire Pleasure Gardens, you are right down the road from the Eiffel Tower. And you can see as it's like this big long stretch of road, like straight in front of you. I don't actually know if that's what's there, but that's what's here. And you begin to. Are you all in the Ford Mustang, by the way?
Yes.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
I'm driving, obviously. Anybody can beat. There's 2 seats inside, and then there's the whole truck bed on the outside. I recommend all the snipers get out there.
I'm inside.
Flint barfs a little gas into the engine. Or the gas tank.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Flint.
So yeah, you were all in the car, and you are. I think we get a shot of like there's Nazis that are kind of like standing in the Eiffel Tower, standing watch, and like they see like from a distance like smoke coming up, and like we hear like the beginning of "Can't Stop" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh my god.
And they all go, "It's them, the vampire scum! Get ready, men!" And we see like a bunch of paratroopers getting parachutes on, getting ready to jump off of the Eiffel Tower coming towards you. So, let's see what our objective is. Our objective for the Eiffel Tower is to ascend the Eiffel Tower. Who would have thought?
Ooh.
I'm gonna...
For reference, I'm listening to Black Betty right now.
Incredible.
Oh, I need some blood.
All right. I am going to say I'm going to throw it to Irina first this time around. As you are in, are you in the passenger seat of this Ford Mustang?
No,
Or-
she's in the back. For
All
sure.
right. Hell yeah. So you're in the back of this Ford Mustang that is gunning it towards the Eiffel Tower, and you see paratroopers begin to like parachute off of the top towards you. What are you gonna do?
First, I would like to spend 1 blood to fix my suit
All right.
and undo my 1 injury. She's just like, something's not right. I don't feel. And she looks down. She sees the hole that got blasted in it last time, and she's
Yeah.
just, right. And you just see her like, put like nail into her palm and cut it, and just like smear blood across it, and it like fixes itself.
I like it.
There we go. That's so much better. And then she takes her hand that's still bleeding, and like flicks blood drops into the air, and it's like, I wonder how many bats it takes to take down a parachute. And I'm going to spend another blood to summon the bat swarm. And
Incredible.
I would like to get the plus bonus for old buildings because it's the Eiffel fucking Tower.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, no, that 100% tracks. Yeah. These bats live here. And they're your friends now. So yeah, I think that as they like the paratroopers jump off, like we see all of these bats that are like hanging under the rafters in the Eiffel Tower, like all begin to wake up, and they hear your call, and they fly and make like this this dark cloud that these paratroopers are now flying through, yelling and screaming as these vampire bats are tearing them up. So go ahead and give me that roll.
What roll is that going to be? Is that Terrify again?
Terrify works for me.
Because what I would like to happen would be the parachutes to become non-functional and they all plummet to their horrible demise.
That sounds rad as fuck.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, 2 6s, and then a 1, 2, 3.
All right. I got 2 successes, which you can cancel out with one of your 6s if you would like. And then
We'll
you have
do
that
that.
other crit to take care of some of these paratroopers.
Yes, I would like to absolutely fuck up their parachutes and watch them fall from the sky like shitty little raindrops.
Amazing. So yeah, several of them like begin to have like the parachutes like eaten up, and we see like all of them like, or we see a couple of them like falling and splatting on the ground. As like now Chuck is like veering back and forth trying to evade these like tens of Nazis that are like falling from the sky. What is Ingrid doing?
I think Ingrid jumped in the back of the truck, and as Chuck's swerving at the wheel, Ingrid grabs Nicole by the back of the head, kisses her hard, and sprays the machine gun just across wide spray to take out as many as she can.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna so that's gonna be a shoot, and you can add 1 more die for a use of Ingrid's mouth, or sorry, of Nicole's mouth, and that is gonna be, let's see, what's your brawl or your shoot is a 2 plus 1,
2.
3, and if you want to also use the machine gun, you can do that as well.
Great. 2 6s.
Hell yeah. All right. They got 1 success. So you can either take damage and get both of those crits, or you can get one of those crits and cancel it out.
I take damage and crit.
Hell yeah. So you've got 2 crits. You can either eliminate the rest of the paratroopers, or you can put some of that towards ascending the tower.
Let's move up a bit. Let's
right.
hop off and try and squirrel up the tower a little.
All right. So yeah, I think that you like spray, and do you want to like do half and half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you spray and take out some of the paratroopers, and then like the the Ford Mustang does the Akira slide, and Ingrid and Nicole, you two jump out of the side of the car and begin to like run up the Eiffel Tower. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Gonna be a 3.
All right. You didn't heal that blow to the head earlier, did you?
I did not.
All right. So you get shot again. This time it is causing you to bleed profusely. So you're going to get, until you heal that, you're going to get +2 to sneak, but you are going to get -2 to terrify, I believe is what you have.
Yeah.
And like you get shot and you kind of like stop and grip your wound as Nicole like whips around and she pulls out a knife that she like spins and throws it in the head of the guy that shot you. And she turns back around and she says, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine, Kara. Are you okay?
Why do you keep calling me that?
No, nothing. It's just the word. No, I'm fine.
It's okay.
You're not okay?
I kind of like it. I just would like to know what it means.
No, I'll tell you later. Once we finish this.
Okay. So don't die on me. You have to tell me later.
Yeah, sure.
I can't do a French accent, so I don't know what this accent is that's coming out. It's okay.
French people aren't real.
No.
I'm moving
true.
like French Montana. Ha! That's gonna be Flint's turn.
Paris, Oklahoma?
I think Paris, Texas. I don't know. I think Flint is getting rid of that gas. The one that's in his gut, everywhere, just throwing up gas, and is gonna either find something to spark or just yoinks a lighter off of someone, so there's a nice pyre for these fucking bodies to fall right in.
Hell yeah.
Irina would like to provide one of these fine French cigarettes for this big size purpose.
Perfect.
Amazing. Yeah. So, I feel like there needs to be some kind of like thing there because you also had a thing for back trail. So like I didn't even plan that out or think about that. So I think because it like just feels like a team up thing that you're doing, I'm gonna have you both make rolls against a single roll that I make, since you're kind of both doing these things simultaneously.
Gotcha.
Okay, what am I rolling?
So you could do fix since you're kind of using the lighter as a means to like set up this fire thing. So that would be 2 plus the 1 for the cigarettes. So that would be 3 dice from you. And then from Flint, you've got the 1 plus 1 for it being ingested. And actually, you, Irina, you would get an additional die on top of that because you're doing the back trail. And so, Flint, you're going to get 2 dice from the item that you're using, and then however many dice from whichever stat that you want to call that.
I mean, I feel like that's fixed too, right? Like, I'm not necessarily...
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4 dice from each of you, if I believe.
Two sixes.
4 and 5.
Amazing. So they got 2 successes.
I will negate them with my successes.
All right. So that makes it the Flint show. So you've got 2 crits to put towards whatever you want. There, you can use one of those crits to completely eliminate the rest of this threat, and then the rest towards either ascending the tower or blood, or you can use all of it towards any of those.
The first thing you said, so towards the objective and then getting up the tower.
Hell yeah. So you, so like, I think that we catch this thing where like Flint like vomits up in the air and all of this gasoline comes out, and the rest of the paratroopers that are coming down like get completely doused, and they land and they go, "What is that odious stench?" As we just see like Irina, who has lit a cigarette, just kind of like chuck it, and it hits the first one, and he just immolates completely, and then like that causes a chain reaction that causes the rest of them to like light up in flames. And they all like fall down, and in the formation that they all fall in, it perfectly spells out Nazi punks fuck off, as the rest of you begin to continue ascending the tower. So that's 2 more towards ascending the tower as well.
Can you remind me if Nicole is French, right?
Nicole is French, yes.
Okay, so after the cigarette goes and lights things off, I think Irina just sits there for a second, like, no, that's not bad. You all, you're onto something there.
And Nicole hollers down. She says, "I quit a long time ago, but I'm glad you're enjoying it." And Cosgrave, I believe that you have not gone yet. So you are beginning to ascend the Eiffel Tower. There are a couple of... there aren't actually any immediately in front of you. There will be soon if you don't get to the top of the tower soon. But what are you doing to hasten everybody's ascent up the Eiffel Tower?
I'm going to use one of my abilities. I'm going to use Phantasmagoria to
All right.
conjure nightmarish illusions in the area immediately around us. So as we are going up the tower, I think Cosgrave is going to be focused on ascending and not fighting specifically. So that way they're conjuring up and creating this spell in order to have the tower in the vision and sight of their enemies. Essentially, like the metal start warping and start moving and creeping, and almost like it's folding in on itself and becoming just eldritch horror like appendages that kind of wraps and follows the Fang group, so that we just look extra intimidating, and hopefully some people feel like it's better for them to jump off the tower instead of facing us.
That's disco as fuck. I love that. Yeah. So it sounds like you're using Terrify.
Yes.
All right. So you've got 2 in that, and then you've got your use of
Phantasmagoria. I gotta mark blood.
So that is going to be 1 for the usage, and then an additional for incorporating the background in a clever way, which means that you're rolling 4.
Yes.
And I have nothing to roll opposed to you, so you're rolling unopposed.
A 5 and 3 4s.
All right. Well, those 4s are all successes. You only need 2 successes to clear the rest of this objective. So you can use the other 2 to mark blood if you would like.
Yeah.
Get a snack on your way. So yeah, I think we see Cosgrave step in front of the group and begin to like extend their hands outward, and we see all of like these these metal rails and bars on the Eiffel Tower begin to bend and almost turn into tentacles, and some of them look like they're like grabbing people, and like several of the Nazis are like screaming and like diving off of the tower with no parachutes, and we just see like the shot of like the outside of the tower and like bodies flying off left and right as you guys are just casually walking up, and we see like
it's just like a mass hysteria.
Yeah,
'cause it's all just an illusion.
The top of and at the top of the tower there's an eventually I think that you all get into an elevator, and I think we see like all of the screaming and people jumping off, and then it like cuts into all of you standing in the elevator with like the elevator music kind of like casually playing overhead, and then it cuts back to all of the crazy chaos. It gets to the top of the tower, and we see like these 2 last officers that says, "Whatever comes through that door when the elevator opens, we'll stand our ground." And it opens, and we see like this this phantom creature like crawl out of it, and they go, "Fuck that!" And they immediately jump off as the rest of you kind of casually walk out of the elevator behind the illusion. And all of you have now arrived at the entrance to the Führer Zeppelin. We're going to take a 10-minute break and be right back. And we're back. And all of you are standing before the doors of Hitler's Zeppelin as it opens up. And you see on the inside what is, in a word, sumptuous. In another word, airborne. You see a repurposed dirigible outfitted with marble, silk, gold, and mahogany. You see grand staircases that lead to mezzanine levels loaded with Hitler's own paintings, all of them without any artistic merit. And you also see treasures scattered around, plundered from throughout Europe, Northern Africa, Tibet, and Nepal. And waiting for you, standing between you and down this long hallway before you at the end, Hitler's broadcast suite, where you can see him behind a plexiglass window. But in between you and them is a cadre of vampire hunters, which you can see on the alchemy screen. They are armed to the teeth with silver and stakes and weapons designed to hunt and kill vampires. So you will need to take them out in order to get to Hitler's broadcast suite. All right. What is everybody's first move?
I need blood, so I think my first move is to eat up a bunch of people I can fit in my mouth at once.
Oh, yeah. All right. So charging forward to do that, are you going to use shoot or brawl?
We're gonna do brawl, just so that I can get mouth-to-mouth contact pretty fast.
Sounds good.
Let me... Okay, my alchemy is reconnecting, so I'll just roll with dice.
Are you sucking the blood out of their mouths?
Maybe.
That's hot.
I got one.
There
I
you
got
go.
1-6, 1 crit.
All right. They unfortunately got 4 successes, and you already...
Jesus Christ.
They're real tough, and you already used your flashback.
Yes, I did.
So you can use that crit to negate 2 of their successes and take 2 damage, or that's the only way to avoid being downed.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
So go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a 6.
All right. Yeah, so you like charge forward to try and bite into one of them, but he like dives forward and he like reaches into his like bandolier and pulls out stakes that he then just begins to maul you with. And you see like some of your more loosely attached appendages are like falling to the ground as he is on top of you mauling you. Seeing this, what does everybody else do?
Question. What do I need to do to activate my third advancement?
The advancements are basically level up, so you get 2, or you got 1 after the first session and then another after the second session.
Oh shit, okay. Noted. Okay, then that's not gonna happen.
If there's one that you haven't used that you want to replace with the other one because you think it would be cooler in this moment, I'm cool with that.
No. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna pop a shot. We're just gonna pop a shot here.
All right, so
So basically Chuck is getting mauled right now.
yes.
Gonna-
Shoot as a 3. I'm assuming you're using your hunting rifle.
I am using my hunting rifle. If I can get elevated position by like sticking on the ceiling upside down, I'll do that.
I mean, the description said that there are mezzanine levels, so you can like leap upwards and land on one of those.
Yes, I will absolutely do that. And then I also have a special which reduces a threat's attack rating by 1 when I use my ranged weapon.
Oh yeah, so you have to get a 6 in order to activate that, but
Okay. So that's shoot 3 plus 2.
oh,
Okay. Everything above a 4 is a success, right?
correct.
Okay. That is all successes and 2 crits.
That's good because they got 5 successes.
Okay. So if I use 1 crit, that takes it down 3, right?
That takes it down
because of
2.
my ability.
Oh,
Because of-
right. Oh, right.
Yeah. And then if there's 2 left, and I use another 6.
Yeah, so you can use both crits and eliminate all damage coming at you.
Yeah. Because I think that's going to be mathematically the most. Because I can't spend one of these other successes to use my special threat, reduce, or attack.
Right, yeah, it has to be a crit.
Okay. So I spend my first crit, reduce 3, and I spend my second and reduce 2. That's going to be the cheapest way, I think. And leaves me with 3 successes.
All right. Do you want to put all of those towards the objective or any of those towards Hitler's broadcast suite, which is a challenge of 1, so you have to spend 2 in order to push it forward 1.
Okay. What is the score total on Hitler's broadcast suite?
6.
6?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to use one of my advances, and I'm going to spend 1 blood and ignore challenge.
Ooh.
And I am going to spend all 3 of my points against Hitler's broadcast suite.
Hell yeah. I like the idea of you leaping up into an elevated position, and instead of actually shooting at the vampire hunters, you shoot like one of the chandeliers that's hanging, and it falls and like blocks their angle to charge towards you, which gives everybody the ability to kind of maneuver around and get closer to Hitler's broadcast suite. So all of you are kind of like running through this Zeppelin as there's kind of like several like narrow like kind of hallways where all of these displays of all of this stolen art is, trying to evade these vampire hunters. Ingrid, what are you doing?
I'm pretty bloodied and fucked up. I can't necessarily afford to get super close. The last session, I looted a bow. So I think from where I am and through the chandelier, I'm going to try and pop a shot off. Is there still something on Chuck? Is someone still mauling Chuck, or is that...
Yes. And I'm going to say that if you want to use sneak for that, since you're being kind of sneaky, because you're bleeding out, you get +2 dice to sneak.
Fantastic, because this bow also it's called Silent Killer, and it's got +2 to sneak. So it's going to be 4 for sneak, and then what, 2 to shoot?
Well, so yeah, it's 4.
No.
It's
Sorry,
4.
yeah.
It's 4 for your sneak, +1 for using the bow, plus an additional 2 for Silent Killer, which I think adds up to 7. Nice.
Oh shit. Okay. Great. Fantastic. 4 successes.
They also got 4 successes.
1 crit.
So you can use the crit to cancel out 2 of those. And then if you want to cancel out all of the damage coming in, you'll still have 1 left over to put towards the threat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So you kind of like run up near the chandelier and are kind of using it as cover, and you fire an arrow, and it like it whizzes through several like displays, and it pinpoints the guy that is on top of Chuck. And Chuck, you're like under this guy who's like mauling you, and you just see an arrow go through his head as he falls over dead.
It's too bad they ripped my dick off.
Just take his.
Just take his is crazy. All right. What is Cosgrave doing?
Sorry, I need maybe a full business day after hearing that.
That's fair.
Okay. So we have to try to get into the recording room.
Correct.
Okay. Who's between us right now?
Right now, there are several vampire hunters that are kind of scattered around as you are maneuvering your way through the halls of this like kind of museum exhibit.
Got it. I have 1 use of this. Mother Millicent's stolen soul jar.
Yes.
I stole her soul and I put it in a jar.
And it's also the Rust Witch is in there now.
Yeah,
'cause
yes, that's what it is. The Rust Witch is in Mother Millicent's stolen soul jar. I would like to take out the jar and then allow her soul to come out and wreak some havoc
Hell yeah.
alongside us vampires.
What skill do you want?
Terrify. Also, it's like, what is it? It's like a +4
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be 6 that you get to
6
roll.
die. Yeah. I'm like, might as well use this. I have the one use. I'm saving the thumbs. I have 1 crit and 4 successes.
Amazing. They also got 4 successes.
Is the number 4
Yes.
a success?
4, 5, and 6 or 4 and 5 are successes, and 6 are critical. So
Yeah.
they got 4 successes. So if you want, you can negate all of their successes and still have a crit left over to spend.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Do that. And then
Do you want to
I
put that towards advancing the objective or towards eliminating the?
let's do. If I do eliminating the threat, do we get rid of 2 of the guys?
It would be 2 of the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do eliminating the threat because the way that I'm using this is to get rid of these guys and wreak havoc.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think the Rust Witch's soul comes back and is essentially cackling and just yeah.
I think actually, so like you open the bottle and the Rust Witch comes like crawling out, like almost terrified because she was locked in there with Mother Millicent. But as soon as she comes out, her entropy magic starts to cause everything around you, to, like all the metal, to start to rust and wither. And you begin to hear like loud creaking as slowly the Führer Zeppelin begins descending. As the thing that was keeping it airborne, or the gears and the things that were keeping it airborne are slowly stopping, like not working. Mother Millicent then comes out, who I kind of picture as I feel like she looks a lot like Lady Demetresque, but like in that final form where she's like kind of like halfway between those two and like kind of monstrous, and so she's got like 4 red eyes, and she like grabs the Rust Witch by the ankles and begins to like swing her around and is breaking shit and like knocking people over and like throws her into a building. And then you see like the Rust Witch tries to get up and she's like, please, no more. And then Mother Millicent like flies over and like grabs her by the throat and lifts her up on the wall. And she says, we're done when I say we're done. And then throws her on the ground and stomps on her. Yeah, and 2 of the guys are dead from all of the collateral damage of the Rust Witch getting thrown about. They've been skewered on the ceiling. That is... What is it, Mike? Crazy. That is going to make it Flint's turn.
Wait, I didn't mean... I'm kidding. I mean, I have those steel gouging claws. And instead of going towards the enemy, we're just gonna like try to continue to weaken the infrastructure of the Zeppelin.
Hell yeah.
Bring everybody down.
I like it. So it sounds like you're using Brawl. And you can use those steel gouging claws. So it's 4 plus 1 is 5.
All right. Big money wins. I mean, 2 successes.
Would you like to use flashback?
Yes.
All right. So you were at one point on a mission rescuing a spy from behind enemy lines. Who was there with you?
Who do you think?
Chuck again?
Yeah, I guess.
I love the Hobbs and Shaw sideshow that we've got going on here. Let's see, we did the secret skill already. What do you What is the biggest, most important life lesson that you feel you have learned from Chuck?
I don't know. When you lose your dick, you keep going. Like, it doesn't matter what body parts you lose. You keep rolling with the punches.
Anything can be a dick.
Put it on a shirt.
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. Yeah, I think that we get this scene of Chuck and Flint like running from this Nazi prison, this super maximum security prison, with this spy unconscious over Flint's shoulder, and there is like this super mech that lands in front of you, this big Nazi mech. And I think Chuck just goes, grab his dick and twist it. And Flint just reaches out and grabs like the cod piece of this giant mech and like twists, and the entire thing spins on its head. And then he just throws it into a wall.
Which one?
God damn it. And I think that we flash back to the present, and that one of the pieces of art that is in this place is like this big statue. And I think Flint runs up and grabs it on the dick and twists it and then throws it in order to continue destroying this Zeppelin. So roll 2 more dice for me.
All right.
Oh, 2 crits. Hell yeah. So you've got 2 crits and 2 successes. So those 2 crits can cancel out the 4 successes that are coming at you, or you can use, actually it might be better to use your special here, because you do have, let's see, or maybe not. It's up to you. You can use Ravenous to gain 3 blood off of one of those crits, or you can use those however other way. You've got 4 attacks or 4 damage coming towards you. Do you want to negate any of that? How do you want it?
Is there any way that I can take 2 and then use 2 to the objective? Because I just want to keep this rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I love that.
All right.
So go ahead and roll a d6.
1 success.
Oh, so it's a 5. So that was just for the injury. Because what you can do, if you're gonna take 2 of the incoming damage, you actually have enough to reach the Hitler's broadcast suite with however many successes you've got. So I think what happens is, let's see, the injury on a 5 is also mauled. So I think that you have, you like pick this thing up, and one of the vampire hunters jumps on your back with this silver saber that he like stabs into your back. And you, as you, like before you collapse on the ground, you chuck this big statue, and it puts a hole in the top of the Zeppelin that then begins to like rapidly plummet and like crash into the side of the Eiffel Tower. And so like now like the Zeppelin is like kind of crashed into it and like hanging still like 50 feet up off the ground, but like is not moving anymore. And that gives that kind of, I think, casts a lot of the vampire hunters aside and gives the rest of you the clearance that you need to make it the rest of the way towards Hitler's broadcast suite. But you are going to take that 1 injury under mauled, but that's not going to have any mechanical effect. So the rest of you run into the broadcast suite, and as you step in, Hitler is standing behind the whole thing was in a glass case, and then there's a smaller glass case that he has stepped in, and he pulls a lever as soon as you walk in. And as he does, you see like a bunch of arcing Tesla coils that are like casting lightning across the room, and they begin to hit a table. And on the center of this table, now beginning to animate, is a gigantic 10-foot tall, like half man, half wolf looking beast that begins to animate and stand up in front of all of you. And it roars. This is apparently Hitler's final weapon. What is everybody doing to try and combat this thing?
Can
The final
Hitler's-
boss.
Can Hitler's final weapon be romance into changing sides?
I mean, con is one of the stats. So if that's what you want to try and do,
This is a joke. This is a joke.
look, I'm a yes
The
and
monster-
GM.
Not too hasty now. Let's think about this rationally.
Does it have blood?
Do you even like this guy?
No, but that doesn't mean I'm. You know what? Never mind.
Like,
Does
why
it
are
have
his-
blood?
It does have
Guy,
blood.
hit him with your car.
His titties are so fat. Guys.
God damn it.
I'm gonna try and brawl it so I can get some blood. I need to wrap my tongue around it somehow.
That's the move. So you got 3 brawl. And you want to use any equipment with that?
Yeah, let me just shoot too. Let me go ahead and just bring out Betsy Maria. That's 4 altogether. All right. Let me just roll another one real quick. Fuck, I failed all around. Okay, hang on. There's one, and then there's one, and I failed again. That's the 4th one. My dick is gone. All my Americanness is gone.
Fired and I missed and I fired
And I fired, and I
Fired
missed.
I'm gonna miss again.
I believe I'm gonna take some hit.
I got 2 successes, so yes, you are.
What do I roll?
Well, you don't actually roll. Actually, you do. So go ahead and roll, but it has rending clause, which means when you mark an injury from the Werhund, you check off all available boxes on the section rolled, not just the highest available.
All right. I rolled a 5.
All right, so that means that you have been.
I am eviscerated.
eviscerated. Yeah, so you can't actually gain any plus dice.
Okay.
So yeah, this thing like charges forward and it like rends you and like basically like rips a hole up the center of your torso and your intestines just spill out on the ground.
Whoops. Like outside of just like all the like small things I've stolen from
Right.
Arena and Cosgrave.
Yeah, it's the first time you've seen your intestines in a while. But that's gonna make it. Who wants to go next?
There's a couple of cigarettes in there and like some rings.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I think Ingrid's gonna try and take a runner. I need to try and get some blood too, so I'm gonna straight brawl it and just try and mount this thing.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and give that roll.
Well, 2 successes, 1 6.
Nice.
So 2 and a crit.
So it got 2 successes, so you can cancel both of those out and still have a crit towards it if you want.
Great. Can I use one of those for a special ability?
Yeah, absolutely.
Clear a marked injury.
Nice. Yeah, so I think that you bite into its neck. The fun thing about this game that we haven't gotten into is that the boss fights actually, their blood has tasting notes. So this thing's bloods taste like sweat, meat, and cheap leather.
Whoa.
My favorite.
Yeah, you bite into this thing and immediately you feel like the wound in your head regenerates. But you can also use that other success to dwindle it down a little bit.
Would love to do that and just start gnawing into it, taking more than I need.
All right. And then Nicole steps up and she actually is going to whistle. And as she does, you see a swarm of rats run across the floor and begin to like scurry up the Werhund.
The war.
Ingrid's just watching her. Pulls back from the dog's neck and just watches.
And deals damage as these things just begin to like gnaw it to pieces. And one of the rats, like, kind of like as it's running up, sees Ingrid and like waves, and then continues gnawing. Ingrid's friends with all the animals, and that's gonna make it, I think, Irina's.
Yes. Okay. How? So this thing is massive and perhaps not very attentive?
That's a perfectly sound analysis.
Wonderful. I would like to hide somewhat and surround it, or like leave a trap of explosive runes for it to step on.
Incredible. What are you using for that? Sounds like fix, maybe?
I would like to use fix.
Oh, yeah.
I
So-
would like to use fix.
2 plus
Not
1
sneak.
plus an additional 2 for concealed. So that's going to make 5 dice for you to roll.
Wonderful. Please to go explode.
I have
Okay.
3
that is-
successes.
I have 2 6s, 2 4s, and a 5.
You are on fire tonight. Jeez.
The early rolls had a lot of 1s in them, except for like there were 6s and 1s, but now it is like, okay, Irina wants to kill some fucking Nazis. So 3, you said?
Yes.
I will spend 1 critical and spend a blood to... What is it? Hold on. Right? Oh, no, I can't do that without using a ranged weapon. Never mind. So then I will spend a critical and a normal success to negate all the damage coming at me,
Oh, yeah?
and then use the other 4 to damage the giant wolf man.
Nice. Yeah, so you kind of like maneuver around in the broadcast suite as you begin to like create this circle of runes on the floor, and then you kind of like do like a whistle as this thing whips around and begins to charge at you, unwittingly stepping in the explosive runes that then blow up in its face. Ingrid, you have enough time to like, as it exploding upwards, you kind of like somersault backwards and then land in a perfect superhero landing. Right next to Nicole, and she says, "What are you doing after this, by the way?"
I was going to ask you.
Okay. And she like pulls out a nail file and begins filing her nails. That is going to make it Chuck's turn.
Is it? Okay. Well, all my intestines and all my secrets are out. My dick's gone, but my resolve is unshaken. It's just, I have to do what I'm good at. Well, hang on 1 second. I know I cannot get any extras from my tool belt, technically, but could I still do something to the effect of jerry-rigging some explosions?
Yeah, absolutely. That would just be a fix roll, which is, I believe, you're pretty good at.
Excellent. I'm pretty good at fixing. Nobody
And-
asked.
And you're allowed to loot 1 thing per location. So if you want to retcon that you quickly grabbed something from the Zeppelin on your way in, or from the Eiffel Tower on your way in that you think could help you, you can absolutely pitch me on that.
Pipe bomb.
Absolutely, there was a pipe bomb. You pulled it off of one of the vampire hunters.
Yeah.
And it actually is laced with wolfsbane because they're all
Excellent.
about like monster hunting. And so you grab this and you said, "This looks important," and apparently it was. So you're going to get an extra +1 for that.
Come here, little doggy. All right, here we go.
Get the toy.
I gotta roll 1 more dice. Jesus Christ, this wounded. I got 1 crit out of all that, so that's 3 successes.
All right. It got 4 successes.
Yes, it did.
So it is going to rend into you again, unfortunately. As you
That's
like
all right.
You try and throw it, but before you can get to it, it like dives at you and bites you. And I think it is going to give you crawling. It bites you, and I think it like rips your legs off, and so you're just you're stumps at this point.
You know what? This is all very fair. And if I'm fully prepared for this to be Chuck's last stand very soon, everybody be prepared.
And that is I'm gonna throw it over to I think it might be Flint's turn.
Be prepared to tell me how much you miss me after I die.
Hey, bestie above table, just shut up. Let's see.
Incredible.
I still have more uses of my gouging claws. We're gonna try to get the wolf hound whatever off of poor Chuck, or the Chuckettes, chunks of Chuck.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
The chunks of Chuck. All right, so that's gonna be 5 dice, and then if you want to pitch me on how you're ambushing this thing, I'll give you another die.
It is blind fury. Their poor pal, who they've seen through thick and thin, and thinner now that they're like chunky soup on the floor. Trying to get a piece of them to push back together, just like old times.
Hell yeah. So like you're on the ceiling and you're like doing the Spider-Man crawl across the ceiling, so it doesn't see you coming, and you just like drop straight in on him as he's mauling Chuck. So go ahead and roll those 6 dice.
Oh, big money, no whammies.
All right, so you got 4 successes, one of which is a crit. It got 3 successes. So how do you want to divide this all up?
I mean, I'll take damage. I'm just trying to get him away. If I could, whatever allocation that would be.
I got you. Realistically, you have enough to just, if you throw caution to the wind, you have enough to like take this guy out completely. Because he only has 4 left, and you've got 4 successes, one of which is a crit.
All right.
So you just drop in on top of this thing, and you bite into its neck, and it like grabs you and it throws you on the ground, and it's about to like claw you up, but your steel gouging claws come straight up, and you just grab it in its neck, and you like rip out its Adam's apple, and blood just spurts everywhere as it falls backwards dead. And all of you begin to stand up and kind of dust yourselves off, and you all at the same time look over at Hitler, and Hitler looks at all of you, and then he turns and he runs and he dives, and you see like a slow motion shot of him diving out the window. He crashes through, and then he falls 50 feet to the ground and breaks both of his legs. And all of you casually walk out, and you see him splattered on the sidewalk, barely clinging to life. And my favorite thing that the book does is it says that it is actually a rule in the game that Hitler does not get the last word. He is not allowed to speak at all. He just dies, journey's over, go home. So the last thing we see is like this wrecked Zeppelin. As it slowly pans down, we see like hanging by like one solo cord is the camera that was supposed to record his big unveiling, but is now pointed at the side of the street where a broken Hitler is being ripped and torn to shreds by all of these vampires, and it's being broadcast live across the world. And the war is over, Hitler is dead, and these vampires have vanquished the Nazi regime. And that, everybody, is Eat the Reich. We did it. Hitler's fucking dead.
I am soup.
I am soup.
You'll be fine. Give it like a
Actually-
few days. You'll have a brand new dick.
I have Jesus's left thumb. Maybe you could eat it, and then you would regenerate.
I like the idea of now
Immediately.
those 2 thumbs have just replaced Chuck's legs.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hell yeah. Does anybody have anything that they want to like pin as a little epilogue or a little last bit of flair before we say
Yes.
goodbye to these characters forever?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, Chuck, I'll let you go first.
I go to Flint. Eventually, perhaps I'm regenerated. There's like new like legs just like crammed into my sockets and things like that. Like I'm fully formed, but I'm wearing a baggier shirt, and I go over to Flint one day in like whatever wet cave that Flint lives in, and I just kind of say, we've been through some good times together, haven't we, Flint?
Flint!
Do you remember that one mechanical flashback that we had wherein we kind of discovered that I had helped you in some kind of way, and that you ripped a mechanical dick off of somebody, and you know we had some good times after that night, but I had to wait the 9 months to let you know that I am pregnant. Actually, I waited 9 months to tell you, so it's full to term. And it's yours.
Flint!
Will you take responsibility? Will you take responsibility?
Flint!
Now that's a good pull back thing.
Flint! It's Chuck!
That's the first time you ever said my name.
God damn. What's everybody else's epilogue look like?
I don't think anyone else needs an epilogue. I think that's exactly how we need to end it.
The epilogues are the baby shower and what you bring.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
it's just the ending is just like any, Tyler Perry movie, just like, and then it's like, hey, this happened to them.
Yes, I am.
Oh my god. Amazing. All right. So, Dan, tell the folks where they can find you and tell them what Irina brought to the baby shower.
Hi, I'm Dan Pixel, and you can find me along with my mental completely shattered in a billion pieces following this final revelation. I'm gonna do what Irina's gonna do, and then I'll do the find. Irina is, of course, completely tastelessly going to bring a fine selection of Russian cigarettes.
Amazing.
No flame though, because that would be irresponsible. And you can find me on the internet as Dan Pixel, Pyxel. Same ad everywhere. If you happen to be free this Saturday at around 8 or so over on Badhouse RPG's channel, I will be GMing a charity one-shot, a D&D Battle of the Bards featuring musicians from the space. All donations will be going to benefit.rpg, which makes accessible dice, Braille accessible dice, and we are very excited to support them. Come by, donate to Screw with the Players or Screw with Me, and I promise a lot of blood and guts if you like that sort of thing, because we have that here.
Right. Joe, where can the folks find you, and what did Chuck bring?
To my own baby shower.
Your own baby
I brought my
shower.
own damn self.
That's fair.
I am Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. You can find me on Bluesky and YouTube and Twitch and all the things. I am fully. I think Chuck isn't wearing any like specific maternity clothes or anything like that. Just has like a belt, but like unbuckled, and there's just like a horrid cacophony of sounds and things happening inside of my body. And you can find Vin and I August 7th on Thursdays just throughout the rest of summer and fall, playing a Sabbat game over at Badhouse RPG called Eternity in Jersey City. If that doesn't sound like hell, then I don't know what does. And on lots of other things, just find me some corner somewhere. I'll pass it over to Cosgrave.
Hello, everybody. My name is Angie. I have played Musgrave. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me at Aegon Theric on the internet. Today was released the origin story for my character Hugo Hust over on the Last Arcanist Daggerheart campaign on Dicescape. You can check that out over on YouTube. Very excited to introduce my Scarecrow buddy that I created. And then other than that, you can catch me Sunday nights over on Tales Archived for our ongoing D&D campaign. Not this Sunday, we're off this Sunday, but find us perpetually in the future Sundays. I'm gonna popcorn over to Dan. No, Dan already went.
Liz is next.
Liz!
We're all
Hi.
tired.
It was so sleepy. It's been so good. Hi, I'm Liz. My pronouns right now are she, they, whatever. No, yeah. I was hanging out as Ingrid tonight, Scandinavian softie sorcerer. I'm not really doing much right now. Catch me, I don't know, at PAX next. Come hang out in Philly. My city's great. Love it so much. I'll see you around. Fuck fascism. Go watch Dan's stream on Saturday night, because that's great. Good night.
And Vin.
Oh my god, hi. I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on the socials, at Blue Sky at VinVox.com, which is also my website. Tonight I was Flint, and what a mess that was. I wasn't expecting vampire impreg. But speaking of vampire, I do a lot of it. Like Joe mentioned, we have Eternity in Jersey City. We also have on Dimples and Dice's channel, we just started his new Philly by Night Chronicle, The Monster Within. Prologue was yesterday and incredible. And in voiceover, Dracula 2004, which I can't wait for. I'm playing Quincy, which was a mess. But thank you for having me. This was a great time. Fuck Nazis. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. And I've been Sean. Nicole brought a baby bottle filled with the blood of Winston Churchill to the baby shower. And I can be found on all socials at HighGainSad. And also right here on Imagination Arcade. This Sunday, we're going to be coming back with our Marvel Multiverse game. Barnaby is going to be returning as Scheherazade. And also Cyrus at Yo It's 8-Bit is going to be guest starring as Miles Morales once again. So lots of cool stuff happening over here on the channel.
Spookies.
I think with that, we are going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye, everybody.